Okay, we're gonna have our first look underneath the Meteor. Let's check it out. So we got dripping antifreeze, that's okay, I know all about that. That's no surprise. So far this all looks excellent. No rusting issues. Your typical cobwebs. Nothing bent or broken. Look at that exhaust. Woo! Wide open. That's funny. No wonder it's so loud. That clamp looks to be original to me. So that's probably the original muffler. Let's have a look back here. That's all original mounting. So that's very possibly the original exhaust. Drive shaft looks good. Bit of a leak on the rear diff. No surprise, it sat for a long time. And I'm gonna have to bleed these brakes later. I hope I can break those bleeders free without twisting them right off. Made in Canada. Back when tires were made in North America. I'll have to figure out how to interpret the date codes on these tires. I'm really curious to know how old they are. This looks like the precursor to the Ford 9-inch rear end. It's a very similar design. That rear end is so famous. The Ford 9-inch, you know, Mopar and Chevy guys, they all use it because of its durability and ability to quickly change the gear set without taking the whole rear end apart and shimming it and stuff. So I got to take this tank out at some point. And there's the 2 bolts I got to loosen. The tank, oh, there's a drain plug. Huh. Wow. This tank is impeccable on the outside. I know on the inside it's probably really dirty. There's where the fuel line goes in. I'll have to try and loosen that up. Brake hose has no cracks. None. Not even a hint. Shocks are not leaking. They are loose. Yeah, they're both loose. Needs new bushings. Shocks are probably no good. Although on the drive they seemed fine. I didn't hit a bumpy road, mind you. Look at that. They have a... So the exhaust goes through this hole over here, and they got room for dual exhaust. They were thinking ahead. I love it. Love it. How about the mounting? Yeah, they had holes for a dual exhaust mount. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that on this car. I don't know. It's basically double the price. That's the only rust I can see under here. It's just a little bit of a brace under the trunk area. That side's just starting. Bottom of the... Oh, okay, there's a little bit of rust here, but that's easily fixable. This side is solid. Overall, this is in excellent shape. And that, my friends, is the biggest drain plug for oil I've ever seen on a car. It's 1 1/8 inches. Completely insane. There are grease fittings everywhere on here. Everything has it. One up there. Man, oh man, that's crazy. There's a starter, which seems to work fine. Well, I thought I'd be under here and maybe patch a little hole in the exhaust, but this is a big hole, so there's no patching that. It's a definite full exhaust job. Mind you, the tailpipe is solid, so I could throw a muffler on this. I probably will. Might even be able to do it myself. I just need a 45 and then a very slight bend there. I doubt I'll reuse this pipe. It's pretty rusty. I don't know. see. Maybe for now I could. Wow. Can't read what that says. Inlet. Is that a date? 1958 or 53 or 125. Okay, that's not a year, it's a part number. So there's a little bit of rust on this brace, a little bit there, but that's not bad. I was expecting way worse. The e-brake cables are here. Right on. So there you go, we have the first look underneath the car. Not too shabby. I wasn't a fan of the big hole in the exhaust, so I went and bought some pipe and a muffler, and I welded it all together, and it turned out really well. I'm very pleased with how it looks and how it sounds. New exhaust, here's what it sounds like. It's quiet but throaty at the same time. Super happy with this car. The progress is coming along so much faster than any other vehicle I've worked on. There was actually a mouse nest inside of the muffler and the pipe, and just at the spots where it rusted. So the muffler would have been fine if it wasn't for that. And on the top of the muffler, there was still some blue paint from the factory. Now, whether this was an original muffler or a replacement, I'm not sure, but this exhaust was in good shape when it was parked. I love it. Fantastic. I'm pretty impressed. This is the quickest fix-up job I've ever done on any car, and yet it's the oldest and sat the longest. As my friend Vern is probably saying right now, God gives Ryan these cars. It's pretty funny. He's been bugging me about that for years. But I mean, I kept on Kijiji. I kept looking, and I got in on this one just in time. Pretty cool. Pretty happy. See if the cigarette lighter works. Check it out. See if that pops out. Yep. Yep. That's hot. Ooh. It was smoked in, but not too much. I think I'm gonna put this in the garage. So much quieter. Love it. And it's not blowing smoke. It's missing on one cylinder. Yeah. Here are the notes of when I did the second oil change. I also did a compression test, and cylinder number 4 is really low. It's at 35. The rest of the cylinders, including number 2, all went up between 80 and 100 eventually, but that number 4 has stayed at 35 ever since. So I will need to pull the heads in the intake and look at the valves. Remember how the driver's door in my Meteor was so rusted out? I was really worried I would never find one. But I joined a group on Facebook for Meteors, and a fellow in Saskatoon said that he had one, and he sent me pictures of an excellent door. So I went with my dad on a road trip to Saskatoon to meet him, and I picked up that door. And he also showed us some of the cars that he has around his yard. Here's a clip of that.
56 Ford custom line.
Yeah, I saw one over there, custom line. Yeah.
And then I brought a ute back from Australia. That's the part of the ute. I'll show you the ute, which is a utility, like the Ranchero.
Yeah.
That right-hand drive. And that has a convertible frame.
Oh, for crying out loud.
And this is a Tudor hardtop. That's my 47 Monarch. I'm trying to get rid of that.
Really?
Yeah.
No one's biting on that?
No. I thought I had it sold, but
Yeah, you'd think so.
yeah.
Is that a complete car?
Absolutely 100% complete.
No way.
And I got a better set of seats for it. This is a 6-cylinder.
1950 Merc.
This Meteor's a 6-cylinder?
Yeah.
Huh.
And a 51 Ford Coupe. And a 56 Town Sedan, another Meteor Town Sedan. This is what's left of I show you my 51 Ford Tudor hardtop.
Yeah.
Now, I fixed a couple of these Jeeps because we flat tow one behind our motorhome. I took the quarter panels off that. I'll show you what I did with that.
Wow.
And it used to be a dirt track racer in town here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that's the bottom end of that Monarch convertible.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this is a 51 Tudor hardtop that I made in. I took a four-door and made it into a Tudor hardtop.
Yeah.
My neighbor's taxi. Another Jeep.
Yeah.
Parts car 55 Ford and a couple of 51s. A Meteor and a Ford.
Wow.
And then my doors. Need any doors?
Right.
And
I got a door.
yeah, and that's a 51. That's a 50 Ford convertible.
Oh, for crying out
That'd be
loud.
The guy
fun to
needed
drive
the
just like
cowl
that.
off of it in the States. So I sold him the cowl for $1,000 US, and I cut it off there, and I'm still fixing it off. My snowblower.
I think you need a bigger one.
That goes on the John Deere.
Can I look at this Monarch?
Thought about it.
And my neighbor, he's from Pakistan. He's like the brother I never had. A transmission and an engine, and I got both.
Can I open the door?
Oh yeah, sure.
Wow.
And I got 2 good seats.
This car is solid. This needs
And all
floors.
the caps are there.
No kidding. Heck, even the rocker looks fine.
Oh yeah.
What was the mileage on this? Do you know?
No idea.
And there's an older Flathead.
That's the original engine.
See, these were only made in Canada.
Yep.
Right.
I have
Monarchs.
57 Monarch.
Yep. It's it's a longer wheelbase than a Ford. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
I got a bunch of pictures of it on. If you open the driver's door there, look in there, and you can see a 2x4 on the. Look in there, you see 2x4 against the seat, holding the clutch down.
That's funny.
He's got 47 on the dash. Emblem on the dash there.
It's got a trip odometer. Oh yeah, 1947.
That's the difference between a 47 and a 48. 48 had 15-inch wheels and a 47 had 60. You should have that.
For crying out
So it
loud.
came with rust. Original roof.
Jeez.
Oh.
What's the mileage on this guy?
It'd be 121,000, I guess. But you can. That's the way they smelt when they were new. I had one in 57. I had a brand new one in 57.
And this is what year?
56. So it's a P code. It's got a 312 power steering and power brakes.
Jeez.
312, yeah. My 57 Monarch had.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even touch this car. Drive it like it is.
Yeah. It's got a brand new interior with it,
Yeah, exactly.
and the drivetrain was all done. It doesn't use any oil. He can drive. A guy from Ontario, I said, if you want to put new tires on it, you can drive it home. I wouldn't trust those tires.
Those are so popular, Fairlanes.
Yeah.
Look at the windshield. That's probably original.
Jeepers.
Or an older windshield.
Well, it's got a 1961.
72.
April of 72.
Huh.
The guy bought it in 61. In Staten Island. I got all the paperwork for it. Woman had it there. He bugged her for 3 years, writing the letter.
Next, we took a short drive over to Richie's friend's place where he has a 54 Skyliner, which is a Ford product that had a glass roof, a plexiglass roof. And this car is fully restored, and with a Flathead V8, he installed a fuel injection system off of an 89 Mustang. So it's a good combination of the old and the new, and it works great.
Is that just off?
I was at a total loss for words looking at this engine and hearing it run.
That little manifold for it. Yeah.
And then he had a car hidden away in the garage, which was a 54 Meteor, similar to mine, but a two-door. But the whole interior and drivetrain was a 2005 Mustang GT. How cool is that? What an amazing job. What a great road trip that was. I made a couple of new friends. I got a great door. I installed it right away as soon as I got home. Even the patina is the same and the color. And I did get a windshield. Luke sold me a windshield, a used one at a great price. It had a few scuffs on it, but I don't mind at all. There's no cracks, no chips. Far better than the original windshield in my car. It was in really bad shape. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe. I will be updating my progress on the car with more videos in the future. I'm really looking forward to the restoration on this machine. Again, take care, folks. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.